Did you ever spank anybody for not snitching on somebody that was planning to run?
I don't recall doing that.
I
I don't think I would have in a case like that.
Why is that?
Well, take for instance, if you're working with a group of boys, and a boy failed to tell house leader or whoever about another kid planning on running. Was that your question? If I would spank the boy or give him a grade or something because he didn't report?
Yes, sir. If you overheard other people talking about running and didn't report it, did those boys get spanked?
I don't recall anything like that.
You don't recall, or it didn't
I
happen?
don't think I would have if I made a decision to report it to the director.
What other offenses would earn a spanking?
What other offenses?
Yes, sir.
Well, if misconduct in the cottage, disrupting whatever, you could be in the classroom or somewhere.
If somebody took an extra pat of butter at mealtime, what might that warrant a spanking?
Took an extra thing of butter?
Yes, sir.
I don't see how he could do that because there's people on each line of the serving table there that they're the ones that put on their trays what they're supposed to have.
If they ended up
and
with...
then the house leader standing here at the end of the serving line, observing his group coming through.
If a boy gave another boy an extra pat of butter from the serving line, would that warrant a spanking?
No, not in my book.
Did you ever see people get spanked for that kind of conduct? Did the boys always know why they were getting spanked?
Always, yes.
Always? How would they know?
I wouldn't dare take a boy down to that White House, they call it, to spank him without discussing his report that he's getting to warrant a spanking.
I want to mark as the next exhibit Exhibit F. We're going to have a couple of these if you want to. Okay. This is Exhibit F. This boy's name is Irving Jenkins. Do you remember Irving Jenkins? Remember ever beating Irving Jenkins?
Object to the form.
Do you ever remember beating the boy whose picture you see there?
I never did beat any boy.
Do you remember spanking him?
I don't know him. I don't remember.
Would he have any reason to lie about what kind of spanking you gave him? You don't remember that. Let me give you the next exhibit.
What'd you say his name was?
Irving Jenkins. Remember a boy named Don Stratton?
Stratton?
Don Stratton.
No, but I remember an instructor by that name, I believe.
But you don't remember Don Stratton? Any reason Don Stratton would have any reason to misrepresent what kind of treatment you gave him while he was at the boys' school in Marianna?
Object to the form.
The years that I worked at that school, I tried to be as fair as I could with those kids. And I would want anybody working with mine in a school like that to be the same way.
Remember a boy named Joseph Gifford?
No.
Remember George Foote? George Foote.
No.
F-O-O-T-E. Remember Blue Thomas?
No.
Can you think of any reason why any of the boys that you spanked would want to lie about what kind of punishment you doled out to them?
Object to the form.
Depend on their attitude toward whatever the case might have been.
Remember Roger Kaiser?
No. There's a lot of boys to remember, and I can't remember them all.
You remember Bryant Middleton, the gentleman sitting down here at the end of the table?
No, I don't.
You don't remember him?
No. He's got some age on him like I have, and I just don't remember him.
You have any explanation why over 100 boys would come forward and say that when they were there, they didn't get what they thought was a spanking, they got a severe beating from you that caused them to be black and blue and bloody?
Object to the form.
You know, I'm not that kind of guy to call beating somebody.
You spanked them.
Yes.
Did you ever have anybody refuse to come hold one of the other boys down while you were spanking them?
Not that I remember.
Did you ever have any of the staff that was ever asked to spank one of the boys that refused to spank them?
Repeat that.
Did you ever have any of the staff that was asked to spank one of the boys that said they wouldn't do it?
No.
Never ever.
Well, I can't understand why, that particular question. Any staff members that might walk up or be present at a time when a boy's being spanked?
No. Did you ever have a staff member that was asked to punish a boy that said, I won't do it?
I don't remember what, I can't get what you coming from, get where you're coming from. If it's a staff member that's not a supervisor or director?
Yes, sir.
No.
We're out of time. We just received a note that's 30 seconds. Under our guidelines, we're going to take a break for an hour or whatever, and we'll come back after lunch. Thank you, sir.